me again. I think I just figured something out. And Saturday, September 9th, and I'm heading into work. But I want to talk about whenever I found out that my grandfather's family was from Maui, whenever I was at Kennywood with my sister, going to see my Life Path 11 son playing in the marching band. And the last couple of times I went to Kennywood, it's an amusement park in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, and it's a shithole, and it's just full of canines and police officers and no staff, and literally it was really bad. It's been really bad. And throughout the last couple of years, I've really noticed this alien theme everywhere you fucking look at Kennywood now. It's like aliens everywhere. I see that. And me and my sister were walking around. And the last few times I've been to Kennywood, I've been very, very uncomfortable around Kittyland and Lost Kennywood, specifically. And something about the Pittsburgh Plunge and its disgusting water. And we were in Lost Kennywood whenever she brought up the fact that she had finally gotten an email back about relatives that pinged from Ancestry.com. And when she said our pap's name and that he was from Maui, after all of the shit that I had been through leading up to those attacks, that fucking attack, it literally, when she said that to me, it literally felt like I was going to pass out. It literally felt like my eyes were going to roll into the back of my fucking head. It fucking gut punched me. And I remember looking up into the sky, and it looked pretty much like this. You know, pretty cloudy because they're trying to cover a lot of shit up in the skies right now. But I looked up in the sky, and I didn't know if my eyes were rolling back in my fucking head or what, but I literally looked up into the sky, and it was as if, as I was closing my eyes, I caught a glimpse of gold light, and it kind of glimmered. I sat down on a bench, and I was kind of stuck on this bench for probably about 20 seconds. And when I lifted my head up, it was almost like my eyes had a gray, it looked like just some kind of a slight, like a gray filter. And I instantly started looking around, and I started walking around Kennywood. I started walking around Lost Kennywood, and I went to the archway, the entry into Lost Kennywood. I walked around, and I literally started thinking about the movie Free Guy, where they show you the holographic reality of this video game that guy is living in, right? And they have little holographic, like little booster pack areas and shit like that. Literally, that movie is showing the entire world the reality of this illusionary fake reality that we're stuck in. I started walking around and I started thinking about the holograms that are in that show, in that movie. And I started fucking realizing that, I mean, I don't know, anybody else who can read energy, or anybody that has been to Kennywood, what do you guys think? Because as soon as I realized that the entryway into Lost Kennywood, there's something going on there. There is something going on between the entryway of Lost Kennywood, the Pittsburgh Plunge, and the Exterminator. The Exterminator ride is housed in this square warehouse looking thing. And it connects down into Kittyland, is what I was instantly kind of imagining in my mind. And then when I realized that, it blew me back to my childhood and about the times that I have been to Disneyland in Florida, Busch Gardens, anywhere at SeaWorld, whenever I was at SeaWorld when I was little, but especially Disneyland. Every time I have been to Disneyland, I have been wheelchair bound from dehydration. And once I realized what was happening at Kennywood, it telescopes. Things telescope. And I realized that, oh, fuck. Disneyland is the same. Literally. All of these fucking amusement parks are portal systems. They must be. Siphoning the energy of children. So much so that I've just been chalked up as somebody who easily dehydrates because I was getting sucked fucking dry as a child, is what I think. And I'm thinking about this today because I was sitting on my steps outside and I was kind of looking across the street, and there's a church, and I'm just looking at that church and couldn't figure out why I was looking at this church. And then I saw a couple kids come around playing Pokémon Go, and then it boomed, literally. Me and my kids used to play Pokémon Go all of the time. And I remember thinking that it was really cool that they made churches Pokestops. You know, as a Christian who never really went to church, but, you know, was fully supportive of the churches, I thought it was cool. I'm like, wow, that's one way to get kids interactive with church. Like, have them show up on the doorstep for a Pokestop. These motherfuckers. Oh my God. Then it's like, when you're looking at Pokemon Go, right? For anybody who's familiar with the Pokemon Go app, when you're looking at that app, that is literally like catching a glimpse of the holographic reality of portal systems. I bet. The Pokestops and the gyms, not good. It's kind of like between the decline from churches being shut down for COVID and the decline because people are waking up and realizing that the churches are actually siphoning energy for the forces of evil. Oh yeah, they're getting to our children through the Pokemon Go app. And I wonder, to anybody out there who does interfacing with higher beings and entities, as soon as I saw this golden light and I closed my eyes, I felt like I was gone for like just 20 seconds. And I came back and had a lot of shit to go through. Like, I had a lot of information at my disposal. And it feels like, literally, is this all we have to do is just point at the show Supernatural and ask each other questions? The show Supernatural, the #1 star seed and Indigo 3 bait show that has ever existed. People who are interfacing, does it look like, and if you know the show front to back like a lot of us do you remember when Castiel was getting pulled away for just a split second, like the blink of an eye, by that bitch Naomi? And he was getting pulled away and he was having whole conversations and torture events and all of these things happening to him, but he would come back and he wouldn't remember. And he would come back and time doesn't, it moves differently when you're not all here. Is that what interfacing is? Is that what that looks like? Just asking for a friend. Just wondering. Watch out for that fucking Pokemon Go app, guys. That shit is no good. Wow.